sure if you can see this very well, but this is my Jamberry heater. It heats the wraps. Here are the wraps. I cracked this nail, and I also like banged some of the chevron off. This one looks okay, but this one does not look good. Plus it cracked on the side today when I kind of slipped in the tub, about killed myself. So I'm going to take one of these and I'm going to put it on top, and that's going to look really cute with these. So I just need to find the right size, and you just can, these are clear, the little backing that it's on. I'll heat everything up. And you just want to kind of measure it with your fingernail. And it's better if it's just a slight bit smaller than your nail rather than bigger, because you don't want it to overlap. And you can always trim it on the sides. I have like little manicure scissors here. And you're going to want to have a file and a cuticle pusher. It's rubbery, an orange wood stick to hang on to your wrap. These have sticky, they're like stickers. I think that one's going to be the right size. You can do 2 nails with one of these. So what I'm going to do is roll it up a little bit. I'm going to cut it. Okay. It doesn't have to be perfect because you're going to be cutting or filing some of it off. Okay, so yeah, that didn't turn out the way I wanted to. There. You try not to touch the sticky because it will come off. Make sure your nail is clean and dry. Kind of center it. I don't know if you can see very well. Center it on there. I do the cold application. See how there's extra? I'm going to heat it for just a few seconds. And you can use a hair dryer if you don't have one of these. So I can put it where you can see it better. There we go. And you'll see it start to curl when it gets warm. And it does get really hot too. You don't want to do it too close. You see it starting to move? It means it's kind of melting the glue a little bit. My nail is feeling warm. Okay. Then you're going to take your cuticle pusher and push it down all the way around the edges. Get it on there really good. Oop. Edge got a little goofy. You can smush that out. See, kind of hard to show it on the camera and see it at the same time. So you're just kind of smoothing it out. This is my first time doing it on an artificial nail. I've always done it on my actual fingernails before. And then you can heat it again. I'm going to put it down here where you probably can't see very well, but I'm going to push it. Kind of get it on the sides, make sure it's on there good. Because you want it to adhere, of course. That's the whole point. You can even kind of push it over the edge of your nail, because that's going to come off whenever you file. Like I said, I haven't done this forever. It's taken me a very long time to do this. The last time I did any nail wraps was probably last winter when I was on my knee scooter after I had surgery, because I could sit around and do my nails more then. Okay. These metallic ones are a little more finicky than just the regular wraps just because of their texture. Okay. Now what you can do is you have this extra flubby flub. Just kind of trim around the edges on the back. Get rid of the extra. Get extra here. And then I like to kind of push it over the edge a little. Another thing you can do is take a cuticle pusher. These are metal. You need to be really, really careful with these. I got a little too aggressive with this one time, and I took the top layer of my nail off. That was not good. But you can heat this. You want to see what I'm doing. Kind of heat this. It's a spoon pusher. Heat the spoon part just a little bit. And that will act as an iron to iron your wrap onto your nail. So I like to do that. Don't make it so it's scaldingly hot. And then just kind of push it down on your wrap. Let it kind of iron it on there. It tends to come loose because maybe you have an odd shaped nail or something. This is great for kind of like reapplying it or resetting the glue. But, yeah, okay. And then after you've got that, you're going to take your file and go vertically or perpendicular just to get that extra off. And it should just come right off. There, see? Check that out. Isn't that pretty? I don't know if you can see that very well. I'll show you the big finger wraps. Okay, these will do 2 nails. Cut them in half. See that? And I'm going to do my little spoon pusher again, just to make sure I seal the deal. Kind of push it on there. And then you should not immerse your hands in water till the next day. Just like when you put on your fake nails. Just to let everything set really well. But you do not want to get water underneath the wrap in your nail, just like you don't want to get water underneath your artificial nail in your nail, because you can get a fungal infection. It turns your nails green and it takes a long time to get rid of. But there it is. Ooh, you can paint over these too. You can use a top coat like regular polish, or you can even use a gel with the UV or LED light. Make it super strong, which is nice. Okay, I'm going to do the other one and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Well, wouldn't you know, I could get this one on the first try. Of course, it wasn't on camera, so nobody can prove that I did it on the first try, but I did. How come when you do stupid things, somebody's always there to see it? When you do something cool, nobody's there to witness it. So, I just pulled it off the little card. You don't want to touch the sticky because it's a sticker with an adhesive on the back. And you don't want to get your oils on it. I'm going to heat it a little bit with my, I keep moving it off camera. There we go. Heat that just for a few seconds. You don't want to, you shouldn't hurt yourself when you're doing this. You shouldn't be burning yourself at all. If you're burning yourself, you're too close to the heat and you're leaving it on too long. Can you see how it started to curl like that? Yeah. Okay, and this is backwards because of my left hand that I'm having to work with. But you push. There are tons of tutorials on how to apply wraps, so don't take me as a be-all end-all authority. This is what works best for me. To do the cold set method first, you can heat the wrap and then put it on, but it's a lot less forgiving, and I am not that perfect. So I do the cold method first and get it on there, and then I like to heat it to get the glue going. Get a little edge here. Make sure you've got it exactly where you want it before you cut, of course, because, you know, what is it they say in woodworking? Measure twice, cut once. Yeah. Kind of the same concept with your wraps. Alright, I'm going to see them in my fuzzy jammies. Because, you know, it's lazy Sunday. We only have 2 days of school this week. I'm just heating this up again. Monday and Tuesday. I did not get my pilgrim hats done. I don't know what I'm going to do. I just am not feeling the pilgrim hats. I need to make them. I just am not feeling it. Okay. So I can do this with my left hand. This is always tricky because it doesn't want to cut right. I don't have the right, like, grip for it. So if you take little tiny cuts, though, it works because these scissors are sharp. There. Got it. Okay. Heat it again. There's no end to heating you can do. You can heat as many times as you want. Whatever works best for you. I'm going to clean up my mess a little bit. Okay. I'm going to kind of push it over the edge here. I love the rubber cuticle pushers because they don't hurt you. Unlike the spoon pusher that's metal, you can do the same thing with it, but let me tell you from experience, you can hurt your nails really badly. So be very gentle with it. Okay, I'm just kind of making sure that it's on here really well. You can fiddle with these. When you get really good at doing these wraps, like you get really good at picking which wrap is the right size for your nail, just like you do with artificials. I mean, I can pretty much tell, oh yeah, that's going to fit this nail, that's going to fit this nail, basically. You'll get the same way with the wraps, and then you can have all of your nails done in like 10 minutes. Really, for real. Me, I'm totally out of practice. I have a whole bunch of these things though, so I really need to be using them. I was just going through them last night going, oh, I think I have something that would look really pretty to kind of cover up the boo-boo spot that I have. Because I noticed it faded. Okay. Now I just need to do the little filey. Now you want to just go one direction. If you go back and forth, you're going to have a mess. But kind of go basically at a 90 degree. Slightly, a little bit more angled than that might be good. I'm starting to get that little edge off of there. It's getting there. Can you see it? Kind of hanging off there. That little piece. Yeah. A little cling on. Get off of there. You want to be kind of careful that you don't go at too much of an angle and get the top of your design. That doesn't bode well. Come on now. Just be patient and it'll work itself off. Yeah. There's a little bit underneath here of the actual nail, I think. You can hear Onyx. She just ate her supper. It is about 6:30, and I think my french fries might be about done. There we go. I think I got it. Let me just make sure I tidy up the edge there. I like to do one final heating after I've done the filing, just to kind of set that on there. Make sure it doesn't come off, and then do my little spoon pusher, my ironing trick. This is great for if one of your nails, like this one had a tiny little crack right here, but the nail was on really well. And I thought, you know what, it's going to take a lot of work to get that off and put a new one on. And I just put a little tiny bit of nail glue and kind of pushed the little crack back into the nail itself. And then let it sit for a while, and I smoothed it really well. And then I did this, of course, because you saw that part. And then my nails are good for however long. I did file them down a little bit because I like them squared more than rounded. So you can file these. I got that a little warm. You don't want to burn yourself. No pain, no gain does not apply to these. So don't let that be a thing. You should not be hurting yourself when you do your nails. Okay, I had one little piece that was hanging on here, so I'm going to kind of, I like to just, I'm very particular. If you hadn't noticed, you probably noticed that with many things in my life. But you don't want to skimp on doing your nails. Don't skip the steps because it'll bite you later. You don't want to spend the money and the time doing your nails and then have them not turn out good and then have to mess with them again, because ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Do it right the first time and then you don't have to do it again. That's what I tell my kids. Like when they try to halfway do something, after I've given them explicit directions on how it should be completed, and I remind them that I know that they are very capable first graders, capable of doing very nice first grade work. And I even go through some scenarios. Do I want to see scribbles? No. Do I want to see one color used only? No. Do I want to see on this particular paper this color? No. Okay. I want you to do your best first grade work. Take your time. We're not in a race. There's no prize from being finished first. The prize is a job well done. And something worthy to be shared with someone else. There we go. Done. Yay. There it is. So, take your time. Make them look pretty. I don't know that you can really do anything with these little jobbies. So, in the trash they go. And here's my little, turn it off, my little scrapings, little edge pieces. So I hope you enjoyed the little crazy nail tutorial that I just showed you.